Paid for by Citizens for Ken Lanci. Joseph Casaro, Treasurer. Last week on The Candidate.
This is a constant theme now. Anytime that you're ahead of the curve, people are going to be after you.
It isn't a pay-to-play politics. I mean, it isn't buying government.
Zach Reed has put on a wonderful event, and something I'm going to be involved in every year, no matter what.
I had the conversation with Zach Reed. Did the Democrats want to sponsor it, or did the Republicans? They said absolutely not. I did, as the independent.
Ken Lanci has to send bulk mail out to voters at 25 cents a piece. The political parties can do it for about half that cost.
You got 13 cents versus, 25 cents.
If he wants to be a viable candidate in this race, he's got to spend his own money.
You've got 50 signatures versus 5,000.
I think people are fed up, because I know I am.
You put an injunction, which means it, in essence, stops the commissioners from doing anything.
Doing anything that ends up being detrimental to the county. I think it's important that we get this filed. We don't know everything that's going on. I don't know who's guilty and who's not guilty.
You want them to stop altogether?
Whether we prevail or not, it's going to be up to a judge. But I'd rather take my chances in federal court. So we need to get this done.
Party's over. Our frustration. Either side, there's no salvation. But now, my friend, we finally get another try. In the end, please don't let this chance go by. Seize the moment, 'cause when it's gone, then it's gone. Seize the moment, 'cause when it's gone, then it's gone. If you don't want the same old players to play the same old song, seize the moment, 'cause when it's gone, then it's gone.
Well, I lived in Cuyahoga County all my life. I've been in business for myself for over 30 years. When the recession started, instantly made a difference in my business, and unfortunately I had to cut down staff eventually. What I've noticed about the county and the government here, we've basically been under one party since I can remember. And when I saw the show, there was something about Ken that I liked. What impressed me the most, though, is he could live anywhere he wants to live, and he chooses to stay here. I still feel that this area has a lot of potential, and there's a lot of resources here in the people, and also natural resources that we could take advantage of. And from what I've seen from Ken Lanci, I think he'd do a good job at cultivating those resources. The fact also that he's doing all this for $1. I mean, what more can you say about that? That's really different. I've heard him say he's not a politician, and I believe that. I think he's just a guy with a good heart who really has this area and the best interests of this area in mind. Well, when my wife and I saw the show and saw how much Ken's putting into it and where his heart was, we figured that the least we could do is call and donate something to his campaign. And I believe in what he's doing, and I hope he's successful.
The most important person in Ken Lanci's campaign is you. Only with your support can we bring the change that this county deserves. Seize the moment. Call the toll-free number on your screen now.
Yesterday we spoke about the article and Frank Russo hiring back 2 employees, creating positions for them. The article explains that Robert Chambers was fired from the Board of Revisions, and that Brian Day, who had resigned for mismanagement, and as a result of that firing, he then ended up being appointed to a new position that's not yet been created, nor has it been posted or advertised. So
they created these jobs just
yeah, it was Robert Chambers, and as far as Brian Day goes, he resigned after there were questions of ethics violations, and after they're both out, they're both back into positions for Frank that were not there before, never been there. They don't have a job description, so nor did they post it, and at the end of the day, that's what everybody is outraged about.
Corrupt. I mean, everyone has to apply for a job. I mean, jobs is hard enough to come by, and then for him to make up a job for someone, then it's ridiculous. I mean, it's supposed to be a due process. The best man's supposed to win the job. That's what I thought anyway. So.
There's too many people already that are in jobs from those guys that they've already done that enough.
I'm working 3 jobs to try and make ends meet, and these guys are all on free meal tickets.
I am, on record, I've put it in writing, that I'm saying there are at least 2 people, okay, Councilman Day and Mr. Chambers, who should get ready to be fired on January 1st, 2nd, or 11th, whenever we go in. And the reason being is that, 2 jobs that are created out of nothing can also be eliminated out of nothing. That one you could take to the bank. And the jobs that they gave out are great jobs. They earn an average of 30% more than the average salary of Cuyahoga County residents to boot. So there are thousands of people in this county who would have been qualified and would love to have a great job like that and have the opportunity to make that application.
It doesn't seem very fair to me.
Well, that's always happening. If you look at the whole political system, though, it's about not what you know, but who you know. It's always been like that, though.
Bad idea. I think something's always fishy with that man. So.
I mean, I guess we're not surprised, but I'm getting thoroughly disgusted. I mean, I filed the lawsuit for that reason. I expected that, I actually expected by now we'd have heard something or had a date, but, that hasn't happened yet. But it is outrageous. I mean, I don't know how to put it any other way.
And it's arrogant, too. I mean, they're under investigation. We're called to, resign a million times, and he doesn't care.
They haven't done anything wrong. They haven't been convicted.
Right. And this comes out, it hasn't even been a week since Ken filed the lawsuit, and they have enough nerve. They didn't even let the ink dry.
It's embarrassing. It's just damn embarrassing what's going on in this county.
Yeah, that Frank Russo whole thing has been real shady, and I've been hearing about new stuff under the table each and every day.
And it's a typical situation, total waste, complete mismanagement. It's typical, and I'm not surprised, and it's a shame.
Have you heard anything about the hearing, a date scheduled or anything
no,
for?
No, not yet. A little unusual, that it would take this long, but I expect that maybe the judge is busy or maybe he's in a current case, which is why it's taking him longer. So.
How long do they hear? How long do we have to wait? Is there like a
Well, I think
cutoff?
the maximum is 20 days. There should be a response within 20 days. So, and hopefully sooner. That's the outside, I think.
And the judge is who?
Boyko, Judge Boyko?
Christopher Boyko.
Christopher Boyko.
Isn't he a Democrat?
No, he's a Republican.
So he was a Democrat,
Yes, he was a Democrat.
and now he's Republican.
Yes.
So that sounds like an independent. So, I mean...
So what happens if we lose this?
Well, if we actually lose it and the judge rules against us, then I can guarantee you on the very first day that I take office, these two jobs will be eliminated just as fast as they were created. The public deserves better. That's what they'll expect, and that's exactly what they'll get. There is no Democratic machine that will tell me I can't do that.
Everything in Cuyahoga County is on a crooked level. Look what's going on with Demora and the whole crowd, for God's sake.
Fire them all, start with new. Very simple.
I know Russo's under all kinds of investigation now, so...
He should just lay low and get on out of his office and let's get somebody in there who works with integrity.
They do need to change administrations and at least, put somebody honest in there, though, but also, accountability.
Was a housing professional to go through the county and see so much blight. That's a real problem for me. You can go down any street and see countless for sale signs in the front yard where you would normally see the kids out playing. I think it's important too with a child on the way to have a direction and a vision on trying to raise them in an environment like we had. I mean, community is everything, and I think from seeing the show, to see him interact with family, to know that there's a deep family connection, was a real good thing for me. One of the things that impressed me was the way that they're doing the contributions for the campaign, and I mean, if he has his own skin in the game, then I'll put mine in. Every little bit helps, so a little bit of listening, a little bit of input, a little bit of support from a whole lot of people will be the thing that really is the change agent for our county.
Ken Lanci can turn this county around, but only with your support. Your call is the first step to the change we deserve.
Congratulations, Metro, on a job well done for providing excellent services to our community while saving substantial money on your budgets. Hats off to Mark Moran, the board, and the whole staff of professionals for all that you do. I've been a turnaround expert for the last 40 years, so I've learned to do more with less, and I see that you've been able to do the same, and I applaud that effort. On a personal note, approximately 5 years ago, I received a call from MetroHealth from the surgical intensive care that my son was admitted that evening and that I should come down right away. And when we get that call, the one none of us ever want to get, and then when we hear MetroHealth, all of a sudden you know that that's the #1 trauma center and there has to be something drastically wrong. Well, I arrived to find out that he had been injured. He ended up with a brain bleed, and when I went in to see him, he was bleeding from his ears. So I can tell you that Metro has a very special place in my heart for having saved his life, and he's here today, and he's doing very well. Yeah, I think today's forum was good. We all have similar answers about Metro, and I think that we all realize that it is a world-class facility, and we need to do whatever we can in order to be able to continue to grow it. My 40 years of turnarounds have given me the experience to come into the county at a very difficult time when not only the integrity is at question, but operations themselves. And I've been leveraging assets my whole career. The opportunities that Cleveland has right now in Cuyahoga County with the over $2 billion of building that is on scale for next year and the year after is something that needs to be leveraged into several billions of dollars. And that's something that I can do.